Cruise news time. Well, just when you think it's safe to get back in the water, Carnival Cruise Line smacks you in the face with a huge press release that's got my head spinning, asking the question, was it the testing or was it the other thing? My purebloods, are you out there? What the heck, purebloods? A bunch of cruise news. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face, for your happy consumption. It is 9:45 on the 16th of August, and I am somewhere making my way to the Endicott Arm and eventually to the Dawes Glacier. That's supposed to happen at 5:30 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. Either way, it's going to happen early, but the only way I could get the show to you was to record it tonight. So how's it going, everybody? Just got back from the casino, tested the fates. The fates were kind, but I could not slip these questions in my mind because of this huge Carnival press release that happened on today, the 16th. But there's some other cruise news I got to fill you in on. Cruise news story number one, cruise ships continue to impact and help out the Ukraine refugee situation. We know that the Netherlands has chartered one of Holland America's ships, the Volendam, to take on Ukraine refugees. That's been going on for quite some time there in Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and now we have Scotland employing cruise ships to help out with their refugee efforts. The Scottish government just announcing today that they are bringing on board the Ambassador Cruise Line cruise ship called Ambition, an old AIDA cruise ship, and this is the second cruise ship that they have chartered for refugees. The first one, the MS Victoria 1. It's got to be a terrible situation to be in, to be displaced from your home because of war, and fortunately, cruise ships are aiding in the effort to bring some normalcy to people's lives, or at least to provide some sort of housing. Good ups on the government in the Netherlands, good ups on the government in Scotland, and we hope that these refugees are as well as can be. Crazy times. Cruise news story number two. I told you yesterday about Carnival and Royal Caribbean canceling stops in Ensenada because of cartel issues there, the fear of mayhem. Well, now we have the mayor of Ensenada reassuring the cruise lines and reassuring cruise passengers that there will be heightened security in that city. And it does seem like the cruise lines will be making future stops in Ensenada. It's been an interesting conversation in the comments. A lot of people have brought up that Ensenada may be one of those spots that the cruise lines stop at just so that they can fulfill the Passenger Vessel Services Act. If you're unfamiliar with the Passenger Vessel Services Act, almost every cruise ship that sails from the United States is a foreign flagged cruise ship. It's not a U.S. flagged cruise ship, and because of that, there's laws in place in the United States that says if a foreign flagged cruise ship is going to sail from one U.S. port back to the same U.S. port, or one U.S. port to another U.S. port, the itinerary of that cruise has to include a stop at a foreign port. So I am on this cruise to Alaska on the Discovery Princess from Seattle, and we have to stop in Victoria, British Columbia, so that we can fulfill the law, the Passenger Vessel Services Act, and this does seem to be the case for cruises that are cruising possibly from Los Angeles to Hawaii. The stop in Ensenada makes it all good, and so an important stop and a strong commitment coming out from the government there in Ensenada that safety and security will be increased. We'll have to watch that one. Only time will tell. Are you scheduled to go to Ensenada? Does this turmoil give you pause for getting off the cruise ship? What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Now, before we get to cruise news story number three, I don't know if I'm supposed to apologize or explain. I don't know. But that's what I really like about the show. I like the little back and forth that we have. I like the banter, and sometimes I really do like to explain my jokes. I had somebody sternly quit. I had somebody give me the airport speech, like they announced their departure today. They said, "I'm leaving your channel because you mispronounced Elton John's name. You said Elton John." Actually, I said Sir Elton John, if we want to be specific. But just so everybody can rest easy and lay their head on their pillow and dream sweet dreams, I do know that the man's name is Elton John, Sir Elton John. I was just having a little fun. And if me having a little fun means that you have to give me the airport speech and that you have to depart, well, then we were never meant to be. And even though it's sad, and even though you're quitting me, I just want to say I'll never quit you. And but thanks for letting me know that you're gone, and you probably won't even see this. And so for everybody else that stayed around, well, I love you even more than that person that left. How about that? Also, I know that the lyric is not "Hold Me Close," Tony Danza. And so for the commenters out there that wanted to make sure that I knew that, thank you. Thank you a lot. Cruise news, and again, look, cruise news story number 3. I got to tell you about Virgin Voyages raising some cash. I really want to just get to the Carnival story. I got to have this conversation about what cruise news story number 3. Can I tell you guys why I'm excited? Okay, so we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and we look at the glacier. We do a glacier viewing, and then tomorrow we're going to Juneau, Alaska. Did you know that the capital of Alaska is Juneau? Look, I have booked the most expensive excursion that I have ever booked in my life. It has nothing to do with finding animals, so I will not be disappointed. This excursion could be a little dangerous. I don't think so. But the most expensive, possibly the most dangerous, and I am so dang excited that I probably will not even be able to sleep tonight. I cannot wait to share it with you, but I will just leave it here as a big tease. So that's why I'm excited. Cruise news story number 3. We mentioned maybe yesterday or the day before that Royal Caribbean raising $1 billion to pay off debt so that they can pay off the $1 billion later. Well, Royal Caribbean wasn't the only cruise line raising money. Word has come out that Virgin Voyages, the new players, the new kids on the block, what's your favorite new kids song? Please don't go, girl. Gosh, I remember when I could sing like that. Virgin Voyages, they raised $550 million, over $500 million to undergird their financial efforts to continue being the new cruise line, to continue to pump out new cruise ships. Honestly, one of my best cruise experiences this year was experiencing Virgin Voyages. It's not a cruise line for everybody, but it certainly was a cruise line for me, and I'm glad they're going to continue with their efforts. I can't wait to see what they do. I'm really looking forward to some longer itineraries, some more interesting ports, but I like what they're doing over there at Virgin Voyages. So they've raised $550 million so that they continue to be, do their thing. How about that? Is anybody out there raising money? Like, there's got to be at least one person out of 186,000 people that's trying to start like a Little Caesars or a Chick-fil-A franchise. We got any franchisees in the house? How about that? What franchise would you start if you could start any franchise? I think I would start an Orange Julius, just so I could drink Orange Julius in the mall. It's the 40-year anniversary of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Can you believe that? Can you believe? I digress. All right, I got to talk about this big Carnival press release that blew my mind a little bit, but before I get there, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, the most expensive and most dangerous excursion I've ever done, and it's not looking for bears, cruising. If you want to know what it is, you got to subscribe with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. It doesn't cost anything. What happens is it's a positive signal to YouTube that you'd like to see the show when it comes out, and I would love that for you, and I will say thank you in advance. All right, Carnival drops their protocols on Friday. They drop their testing protocols for longer cruises. The only time you're going to have to test if you're vaccinated is if you got like a long 16-day cruise or some transatlantic cruise. And they also said that everybody who's wants to cruise, vaccinated, unvaccinated, can cruise. So the door, it swung wide open, and Carnival had one of its biggest booking days ever. It doubled the amount of bookings, I think it was on Monday, from 2019. Now, it was exciting that they dropped both of those protocols all at once, that they dropped the testing, they allowed the unvaccinated back. It was an interesting move, but the analyst in me wishes they would have done those things separately, because I want to know if the increase in booking is from people who didn't want to test, or if the increase in booking are from people that are unvaccinated. And look, I'm not a political guy. I don't want to get into a political discussion, but some of the most interesting rhetoric I have heard during the last 2 years are political rhetoric. And one of the coolest labels that I've seen are people who are unvaccinated calling themselves pure bloods. And look, I grew up in the 1970s and the 1980s, and one of my favorite movies is The Lost Boys. And every time somebody says that they're a pure blood, I think they are Kiefer Sutherland as a vampire in The Lost Boys. And so every time you say pure blood, thank you, because it throws me back to to the Anne Rice interview with a vampire. The pure bloods, it just makes me laugh all the time, as if if every American isn't ingesting some sort of weird thing into their body almost on a day. Do you drink Coca-Cola? Do you breathe the air? Yes, we're all pure bloods. But anyways, so what is it? Is it the pure bloods, or is it the people that don't like testing that made the number bump? I know the pure bloods are going to say it's them. So, but I think it's the testing. I just wish we had the data. What do you guys think? I would love to hear what you think. But congratulations, Carnival, for doubling your bookings. And I'm excited that you put out a press release cheerleading that. I'm sure it will not cause any consternation or drama from the people trying to determine what caused that. But yeah, let's be nice to each other. Pure bloods and non-pure bloods alike, please be nice to each other. It sounds a little, I don't know, it sounds a little 1940-ish a little bit to me, but either way. All right, thank you so much for checking in today. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to try to get some sleep before I see the glacier. And yeah, big day in Juneau tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Please do me a solid and hit the like button. And unfortunately, if you do not hit the like button, well, I'll have to punish you, and your punishment will be this. You will go on your next port excursion, and you'll forget your excursion ticket, and they will leave you on the pier, and they will laugh in your face. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be left on the pier, and nobody wants to have their face laughed in, and nobody wants to not know that the words to Tiny Dancer is Tiny Dancer. Hold me close now, Tony Danza. Who's the boss, baby? Hit the like button. Tony for Lido Loca. Till the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.